I'm politicking with the homie poet, PoPolitickin. Self-help meets hip-hop. That's fucking beautiful. What up, Poe? What up, DJ Period? Just two black brothers. I see y'all out there doing what y'all do, preserving the hip-hop culture and introducing the future stars. Keep shining, kings. Real and recognize real. Love is love. Salute. Yeah.
PoPolitickin.com.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Make sure you go on Spotify, on Apple Music. I just got added to Amazon. They got a new podcast thing. Go and check on that, PoPolitickin. Listen to my interviews since 2008. 1212, I'm in place to be with Indian K. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. And you?
I'm great. So I was doing some investigation. I think you are an actual Native American, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So is that your whole name?
The Indian K. The Sky High Krew is just the brand. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's the brand. But the Indian K, yeah, that's the name. I'm from right here in San Diego County. My reservation, Rincon, outside of Escondido area. If you're familiar with the area.
Yeah, I think it's like any Recon Casino or
Harris. It's a Harris, but yeah, the res is Rincon. So okay. Yeah,
that's what's up. So how did you get involved with music?
Shoot, back in the day in the group homes, man, like the mid '90s. You know what I'm saying? Just watching the homie Cypher. A lot of like the staff members in our group home, they were from all over Chicago, New York, and so they all were into hip hop because I mean it wasn't something to be a staff. You didn't have to be like a bachelor's degree or anything. You just had to apply for the job. And they would cypher, and it was just something I got into. I mean, I obviously am from the West Coast, so like the Chronic, my older brother put me on that. But actually, me getting into the art, it was from the group homes, the ciphers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you grew up in a group home?
Yeah. I bounced around a lot. I don't really know my mom and my dad. He was always in the streets, and then he got hit with 25 to life in 95, into 95, beginning of 96. But before that, I was like bouncing around between here, LA, and Riverside County. And then in 96, I ended up in Arizona with some relatives. And then me and my brother were already headed down the wrong path. So we ended up hitting juvie and then getting put in group homes until we were 18.
Yeah. All right. So you was talking about the ciphers. You remember some of the artists you grew up listening to?
Like mainstream artists or like from the group homes?
No, mainstream.
Corrupt, DMX is my favorite. Rapping Forte, the normal stuff. Sugar Free, Snoop, the whole Death Row area. E40, Be Legit, The Click, all that type of stuff. Out of Arizona, like Buki Loke. I don't know if you heard of him. He did a whole project with Battle Cat and all that. That's probably it, man. I mean, if a name comes up, I probably listen to it, growing up. But I was more like West Coast artists.
So what do you love about music?
I found love with music because of the way it made me feel growing up. You hear some music. So DMX is one of my favorite rappers. He was like the first person that made me start listening to the East Coast because what he was saying in his rhymes, I was living at the time. The group homes and homeless and in and out of jail. So he made me really like feel. He made me be like, whoa, like this is something that can actually like touch people in a positive way. Because even though I was still like wild, it kind of started making me think like, yo, wait, I ain't the only person going through this. Because when you're young, you think like you're the only one. I'm the only one who has it hard. You know what I mean? But hearing that, I'm like, nah, like. I'm not the only one going through this, And before I was like rhyming or trying to do the cipher stuff, but it wasn't from that feel place. It wasn't from that feel place, It was just trying to like put the words together.
So what do you love about music the most?
Just creating it, like just the impact it has on the world. You know what I mean? Like you can meet anybody in the world, and you guys can have in common that one thing of just. You guys made like a certain song, and it ain't just hip hop, So it could be like, oh, I listened to this Brenton Woods song, and somebody would be like that you probably wouldn't think, oh, yo, I love that song, You know what I mean? It's universal, and like music. I'm speaking music, not just hip hop music all around. It's a bonding. It bonds people. You know what I mean? I love that unity part of the music aspect. You know.
So what would you say your story is as an MC?
Like how I spit type, or just like what I'm trying to.
What you trying to get across?
I'm just trying to. For me, so I was involved in the streets, so I'm trying to get across, that street life still, but not the aspect of like bragging about it. Like I guess I make struggle music, pain music, I guess is what people like to call it. I'm a storyteller, so my story is just basically overcoming. Like I'm not perfect, and I'm not where I want to be, but I'm no longer, in prisons. I got 3 kids. I got a family, Like, so I'm living like normal now, and like just, I guess, perseverance, bro. Like my story that is just, keep pushing on the positive side, because I could have went left bad. Like, I could have went left bad.
So what was you doing in the street?
Robbery.
Damn, for real?
Yeah. I couldn't sell drugs, bro. I sucked at it. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't my thing. And then, like, my section, like, just the homies, we was into robbery and shit, bro. And my charges, I beat some robbery, burglary charges, but I ended up getting caught on aggravated assaults, deadly weapons, and shit like that.
Yeah, I just be thinking, like, people that do, like, robbery, man, you gotta have some balls, because shit, you don't know what that person got on them. So he's like,
oh yeah. And this is back in the day, bro. I'm like over a decade detached from all that. Now I wouldn't do that shit now. Hell no. But back in the day, yeah, it was like so like my big homie put me onto it, and like the biggest thing he always pushed was like, if you're gonna do this and we get out there and get it popping, like you can't freeze up, you know what I'm saying? Because then you're risking everybody. And, we wasn't like going up in people's shit and making them lay down like that in homes and shit, But it was like, it still was like you said, a lot of them could have easily fired back.
Yeah, I got, because I be interviewing some like younger rappers, man. They still be like living that lifestyle and bragging. I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah,
it's gonna be one day the wrong nigga you gonna run up on, and all right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's karma, man. Karma will catch you, man. And like for me, like I was always into like taking shit, man. And so it's like karma came back around. Obviously I ended up going and doing some time, and then, but not even just that, like just the stupidest shit. Like my stereo in my car would get stolen a lot, or like know what I mean, like. Just that karma, so I'm like, yeah, I'm done with that shit. Nowadays, man, I'd be nervous to even take a piece of gum and shit, bro.
Yeah, because I mean, to me, it's like, to me, I just look at it like it's kind of like one of the ultimate forms of karma, because you can't just take somebody's shit, man. Like, no. But the only time I kind of like look at it like, okay, maybe if like both of y'all in that lifestyle, then it's like whatever. But you can't. I don't feel like you should ever just innocent people taking.
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, no, I big time, man. Like I even be telling, man, like what a joke amongst us, like growing up and shit. And I know it's not funny, but it'd be like supposed to be like, what, you guys like to rob and you out here snatching purses, and like we'd get like serious, bro, and be like, do I look like somebody that takes a purse, man? I never take a, you know what I mean? Like there's some shit I won't do. Like I'm running into the establishments, and if, maybe if we playing the same street game, I might hit you, but. Yeah, I wasn't aiming at, the innocent person that's out working hard for their shit,
Yeah, I know you ain't doing it no more, but it's just an interesting conversation. I was saying,
yeah.
What you think about people that loot?
I mean, like, I think if you're gonna do it, hit the big establishments and stop, targeting like the mom and pop stuff. Like honestly, I don't mind as long as you're hitting the right people. Like that's just
say, like, don't hit up your motherfucking neighborhood fucking grocery store. Like what the
fuck? Yeah, that's wild to me.
Like go hit up Target or Walmart. What the fuck you doing? Yeah,
exactly. That's I don't have no problem with that. I'm not encouraging people to do it, But I'm not gonna look at you all like, what are you doing? You know, but I have seen like some videos circulated, like people just looting and not realizing what they're looting, and it ends up being one of our own, you know what I mean, that they're robbing. And it's like, but you know, some of the videos I've been seeing ain't even some of our own people doing it, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So, but that's another, you know what I mean, story.
All right. So I want you to talk about your how would you describe your style and your sound?
I'm a storyteller. I like to make sure that I paint the picture through the music to where you could actually put yourself in what I'm saying. My sound, I honestly couldn't even tell you on my sound, man. I just try to make music, man. Like I just try to feel the beats, and I'm not aiming to be like, oh, I want to sound aggressive, or I want to sound this way, or I want to, you know what I mean? Like I just try to make music, to be honest.
What's your creative process?
So I'll get the beats, you know what I mean? And I'll go through, like, I hit periods that I try to do like every 3 months where like I gather up beats from producers, and then I just go through listening to them, and whatever pops out to me, I may hear it in my head, like, oh, I hear a hook, I hear the melody, or I even just hear like my cadence on it. So then I'll pull it up and I'll start just kind of jotting down little ideas. And then once I get the first like 3 bars of my verse, the rest of it just flows. You know what I mean? And I just write, like, I don't like, I'd write at home, bro. Like I'll be in the living room writing. I have my earbuds in and my kids are running around and shit. Like, so I don't need no like certain ambience. As long as I feel the beat, I let the beat set the mood. You know what I mean? I let the beat set the mood, and then I just put the words to it.
Then I would say, is there a lot of Native Americans in hip hop? I'm unaware of that. You like the first person when I interview personally. I don't know too many.
Yeah, there's a few. There's only like a couple, like on I guess what you would call like I guess all around hip hop level. So there's a lot of Native rappers, but we tend to stick to our own, and even label it ourselves like, oh, Native hip hop. Okay. And it's the only reason they're not really known to a lot of people is because they normally hit like the res circuit. So New Mexico, Arizona, and they kind of go from like the little certain res towns and do their thing. There's a few though that have actually like Red Cloud, MC Red Cloud, who's like actually part of the hip hop scene, period. It's not no Indian native title to him, even though he is, you know what I mean, native and represents. Travis Thompson, he's out of Washington. He's actually doing some things. Defi, he's on like the battle rap sway circuit, you know what I mean? But other than that, yeah, there's not really a lot, and this is no disrespect to my people, but I'm blessed to like know my res, but I'm from the city. I grew up and I'm part of the neighborhood, like, you know what I mean? Like I have both experiences where a lot of my people are like just used to the res. So the story they tell is only like appealing to other people that live on the res. Like, you get what I'm saying? Not that the outside world won't listen, but I try to make my music universal. And even the way I put it out there is I try to put it to where you could understand it from however you grew up. That's hard if I'm just constantly talking about the res and how we are on the res. You don't know what it's like to be on the res. So then it kind of, it's not attractive to, you get what I'm saying? Like, you may be like, oh, that sounds cool, but you really don't get what they're saying. So at some point you're like, oh, I listened to that. That was cool, but it doesn't keep your ear.
So what's your current projects? I see you got a video dropping pretty soon. I was going to try to play it, but I see it ain't out yet. It's come out a couple hours.
Yeah, it comes out at 2. Right now I'm just working on some collab projects. I haven't really even focused on doing a solo. I got some stuff with Frankie Fadeless. Me and Nimi are supposed to get back to our second project. And then I'm working with Billy No Jokes. But other than that, I've just been trying to work on just playing with my sound. I went and got me like a little home setup, you know, the interface and the monitors and the mic and all that. And so I just been messing around, trying to see what I can do differently, because I don't want to keep just making the same music, but I'm not trying to like mimic anybody else's sound, you know?
How many years you think you've been in it so far?
Actually pushing this,
Yeah.
it's probably with it's only been like 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's very, very recently. Like
All out here in San Diego, mostly.
yeah. So when I got out of prison in 2009, I left back home and came out this way. And so let me see. I ended up in Central Cali for a few years. Yeah, it's all been here in San Diego. The actual push. Once I got back here, I met Rick Skills and you know what I mean, everybody else, Kali, all them guys. And
yeah, I was just about to ask you about that. I would say because I'll be working with Kali and Rick Skills, and I know they had hip hop Wednesdays for a while. Did you go there?
Yeah, I rocked there a lot. Them are my brothers right there. Rick is actually one of the first people to tell me to actually keep pushing. Okay. I put a project out, my first project, and he heard it, and you know, I thought it went on deaf ears, and you know, I was like, all right, cool, I'm back to the drawing board, and then Rick was like, yo, I heard your project, that was dope. If you ever need me, let me know. I start working on the second project, and he's the first one on the first song with Duality, my second project. Me and him are on there, and then he told me I should start rocking shows. Nimi too was like, you need to start doing shows. Boom, they got me some shows, and then from there, just rest is history. Yeah.
What's up? So if you wasn't making music, what would you be doing?
I'd be a warehouse worker. I mean, that's just being honest, bro. Like, that's all I want to do is music, bro. If not, then I'll just work the 9 to 5 and feed my kids. You know what I mean? Or come up with my own business idea. You know. But if it wasn't music, like, yeah, I don't have a problem just being regular and working.
What's your interest outside of music?
Man, I like to read, you know what I mean? I'll be reading sometimes. I haven't read it in a minute, but honestly, it's mainly just music, bro. Like, I just, you know, raise my kids and do what I got to do and focus on music. Because not just making the music my own music. I went to school for engineering, audio engineering. So, like, that's kind of just what I've been focused on. Like, even when I'm here just messing around, I'll just freestyle into the mic just so I could sit there and try to mix it and mess with it.
When did you go to school?
This is like 2012.
Oh, so after you got out?
Yeah. After I got out, me and my brother were going to try to push the music. That's where the Sky High Krew comes from. We didn't know what we were doing, so it was like just mixtape stuff, but I didn't know nobody. And I was like, well, our shit sounds like crap. And the college right down the street from me had a music, and they had like a real studio in there. And so I was like, I might as well enroll in school. So I enrolled in school, and then I ended up learning how to play the piano, write sheet music, mic instruments, run the soundboard type stuff, you know. So, but it was cool, but I did it intentionally just for my own at home, you know what I mean? Just to know at home. And then I stopped doing that for a minute. And then now, you know, with everything going on in the pandemic, it's like, fuck it, I might as well get a little setup and start doing it again on my own.
Yeah, how your life been since the pandemic? How has it affected your life?
Oh, man, it sucks, bro. Out of work, you know what I'm saying? Out of work. My kids hate it because they want to be interacting, you know, and like they get mad, like, yo, why can't we go to school, thinking like somebody's trying not to let them? Like, yo, I wish you could go to school. I wish I could go to school. You know, it's just adapting. It's just been weird. It was weird, man. When everything happened, the biggest thing for me was going into the grocery stores when it first happened. Everything was empty. People were running around crazy. I was like, yo, what the hell? Like, yeah, but now it's getting a little smoother, but it still sucks because I wanted to be doing shows, man. Like, we had a little bit of momentum before all this happened. And so it's like just trying to keep that momentum through the internet. Whereas before, like, you know, we had shows lined up. We had moves that we're gonna make, you know.
So what y'all gonna do different? Because I think the shows ain't really gonna open up for like another at least a year or something. Maybe
yeah. So we're gonna probably do the whole Twitch, you know, the whole Twitch live stream, virtual shows.
Did y'all do one?
I haven't done one yet.
Rick did one yesterday.
Rick did one for DJ Root's birthday.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
meant to get on. I forgot about it.
yeah, so stuff like that. My boy One Up, he got the green screen over at his spot, so we're thinking about maybe doing a show over there. He's trying to make it maybe like a monthly thing, get like maybe 3 artists at a time to just what I mean, get up there, rock, and just figure out a different route because we can't just stay stagnant and wait.
All right, man. So where would you say your goals are for your career right now?
Right now, man, I just I would love to eat off this. I ain't trying to blow up crazy or nothing. My goal for this is to get to a point where I can do this full time and be able to take care of my end of taking care of my family and make dope music and just be be respected in the scene. That's it, really, bro. Like I'm not complicated. I don't wear jewels and nothing. I don't give a shit about none of that. If I could just eat off this and I ain't trying to be greedy, as long as I can pay my bills, I'm good with it, man.
What advice would you give to new artists?
I would say to do this out of being genuine, do this out of being genuine because this, I want to eat off this, but this is something I'm gonna always do. I'm gonna always do this, even if I'm in the warehouse. You know what I mean? Until I'm old, I'm still gonna be making music. So just do it from a genuine place and then give it your all. Like if it ain't genuine and you ain't putting your all into it, it don't matter.
Yeah, my boy I was talking to this guy the other day. I think he's in the thing too. Fun. But he was talking about how you got these rappers now. They be like, oh man, it's a bag. I'm getting the money. That shit don't help you when you got to rap though. You still got to go in there and rap. So you can be saying all you want is the money and all that shit anyway, but you still got to rap and that shit ain't tight. That shit ain't tight.
Yeah, exactly. And then you see cats that would just give up when it gets hard. I've seen that. You know what I mean? Like even within our own scene over here, like it kind of weeding out of who's really in this for the hip hop aspect of it, or who's just trying to. Oh, I can rap, and I seen Wiz Khalifa blow up off of a vlog or it's you gotta at the end of the day you gotta show up and prove that you can spit.
Yeah, because it's easy to me. It's easy. Shit, it's really no shit. It's really easy to come up. I think anybody, if they really want to do this and just kind of somewhat serious, they can put out a mixtape. Anybody can do that. But can you do that shit consistently? Keep coming out with projects. Getting better and better, do all the other shit that comes with it. You can everybody can put out something, I rap now. So, that shit, I hate when people do that because it's easy to put out one project. It's like, man, one project don't make you a rapper.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real. That's real.
Well, I say anybody can put out one project, bro.
Exactly, bro.
So what would you say to your fans and supporters?
I appreciate you guys, man. Like, for real. I didn't think I would even be getting the momentum I got, and it's even on a small scale, but to me, it means everything, man. It means a lot. I thank you guys for listening. People be telling me my own lyrics, and I think that's dope, man. That's what I wanted, and thank you for the support, the continued support, and I'm not stopping, so I'm gonna keep giving.
I'll ask you, do you got any hidden talents?
I can play ping pong.
Like for real, you like Forrest Gump with it or what?
Not Forrest level, but so the group home I lived in, the owner of the group home, he was an African gentleman who used to be at that time. Let's see, I met him in '96, so probably in '94, he was number 2 in the world at ping pong. 97, 98, he took us to Vegas for the ping pong championships and shit. All the way up until the end of shit, I practiced with them. I could do all the little weird tricks, make the ball spin. He taught me how to get fast play. Now you haven't done it in a while. I'd have to catch up, but he used to have me out there. You know what I mean? Boom, 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 just hitting it back and forth. Put the other end of the table up and just play myself.
Oh, so you're real good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all right. I haven't done it in years, bro. But back then, I was cool. I mean, I could skate too. I could, you know what I mean? We grew up in the skate rings and shit. So how if you can play ping pong, can you play tennis? I can't. I could probably play tennis. I haven't, But I actually, once they open up our little courts right here where I live, we got a tennis court. My oldest wants to get out there, so I'm like, all right, because I would think it's the same as, you know what I mean, the coordination.
Yeah, like badminton and racquetball.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. All that. Yeah.
Man, to me, the hardest one is fucking handball. That shit hard as fuck. I'm like, you gotta hit that shit.
I love handball. I love handball. Yeah.
That shit hard.
Yeah, it is. No, you got to pay attention. When I first started playing it, I was just constantly just swinging at the air, missing the ball. But yeah, you'll get it down, man, if you stay on it, and it's a good workout, bro. I got fit playing handball.
So what's your social media again?
It's at Indian.cool with the K.
Yeah, so why I say Indian cool?
It's the play on that. That's like another like slogan thing of mine. You know what I mean? Indian cool. But the IG, I think when I put the Indian cool is because it wouldn't let me do Indian K. So I just put the cool because I don't know how, I never really find anybody with the Indian K part, but for some reason somebody had it. And I was like, all right, well, I know nobody has Indian cool. So.
We're still in here, man. Big up to the fam, you know what it is, man. Hard body shit. Salute to the squad, we gonna keep pushing duality too, you know. Sky High Krew, Smoothie Gang. Salute the Goon Hustle fam.
Y'all keep talking like you're different. Swear up and down how you hit him. I'm getting money, staying honest, but hungry come from the life street issue. AR-15 closing his eyes. Parachute trooper, meaning I was dropped from the sky. No disguise, no lies. Who want it with the champ? Your OG couldn't even stand tall in the camp, let alone the yard. I got bigger goals, so I pull up on the homies so we can blow the O. Life talk to me, moonwalk the beat. I write rhymes on my 9 to 5. Eat lunch, steak, fuck this 9 to 5. I can teach more, speaking mine. I count money quiet to myself, I'm that ready. Me and the family love coastal brunches. You punch the air, my shots count, I'll puncture your lung quick. Yes, I'm dumb sick. An animal, work hard and get dumb rich. And they ain't stopping me, homie, I came for everything I earned. It's bigger than self. Sit in the cut, blowing top strings, not far off, but in tune with now. It's bigger than self. Sit in the cut, blowing top strings, not far off, but in tune with now. They still ain't ready for it, and I ain't got time to keep showing. Humble dude, but yes, I am golden. Had a talk with Creator, the wind told me they can't hold you. That's why I walk like I do. Takes the finer things, quarter round to baby girl, or the shit the menu couldn't bring. I glide by, my time is now, living the dream. Indian cool, rep my shit every place that I move. Money talks but don't speak for me, that's over they heads. I roll with reputables, that don't mean you gang over the ledge and step before dishonor. Let's see if you're mental ready. I'm quick to action, going against mine. Ain't no second guessing, diamond in the rough, polished in the field, round, brilliant cut. Pressure puts me in the zone, the world is mine, time ticking, my grind gifted. Watch where I go, they ain't ready for it. They ain't ready for it. They ain't ready for it. It's bigger than self. Sit in the cut, blowing top strings, not far off, but in tune with now. It's bigger than self. Sit in the cut, blowing top strings, not far off, but in tune with now.
The PoPolitickin Show is brought to you by Audible. With over 180,000 titles to choose from, Audible is great for any continuous learner wanting to grow and expand their knowledge and insight. Go to www.audibletrial.com/POAudio and get an audiobook of your choice free with a 30-day trial. After the trial, your paid membership will begin at $14.95 per month. With your membership, you will receive 1 credit every month, good for an audiobook on Audible. Cancel before your trial ends and you will not be charged. So go to www.audibletrial.com/POAudio and download a free book by Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Napoleon Hill, Les Brown, Damon John, and more. Always remember that knowledge is power.